Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of One Question, One Answer. I'm not Ben Brugler. I'm Mike Lawrence, creative director. He's asked me to step in as host. So this is a total first-time edition of One Question, One Answer because I've never hosted before. Niki Forner, art director. Michael McCauley, art director. Holly Schafer, senior art director. Have never been on one of these before. So we're all
I'm always behind
rookies. Yeah, Michael's always behind the camera.
I like this side of the camera.
And I'm glad you showed up so casual today,
right.
Michael. That was very nice.
This is what I always do.
It's loungewear.
All right. So today's topic is design trends for 2016. And we got very talented people here to talk about that right now. We're just going to open up the discussion. Holly, what do you think is the #1 design trend for this year?
Well, I don't know if it's #1.
Okay, top 10.
But I think a design trend is the 80s, actually. And I sort of cringe when I say it. But
1980s?
Yes,
1980s.
1980s.
Okay.
We've seen fashion already take a turn that direction, and I think that we're going to see graphic design go that way too. We're seeing it already with Pantone's new color palette for 2016, and I think we're going to see it with a lot of block shapes and flat graphics.
All right. So people talk about retro a lot, but retro can be everything from what my daughter would say is 2 weeks ago to, the Big Bang. But, when we say retro, do you think 80s if people are going to associate with that, or do you think 80s is really going to take hold as its own identity?
I think 80s is going to take hold as its own identity because it's so iconic.
Yeah.
In the graphics that happened then.
And we lived through the 80s. I don't know about those two.
I
was a baby.
You were babies.
I was in the 80s.
All right, Michael, what do you think?
So I feel like space is going to be a pretty big trend, and I say that just because digital experiences are always becoming more and more important. So roughly 50% of all web traffic was on a smartphone or tablet last year, and 50%. It's set to probably surpass that this year. So a lot of the principles that you see Google with their material design and just Apple with their experience, like how much they value user experience, there's a lot more air that's getting incorporated into design, I should say, or space. It's the same thing. But I think how people are going to be experiencing with that, and just the fact that they're used to scrolling now, like we're not having to cram everything in. So I think you're going to have a lot more space for imagery. You're going to have a lot more space for typography, and I think that's also going to be bleeding into more of a print and just brand standards for companies because they have to think about web so much now. Yeah,
it does seem, you talk about people on mobile, getting used to that experience of, I fly through the phone sometimes. I'll skim, even if I write an article or any kind of design. So it's a very good point. Good stuff. Niki.
Well, I actually will piggyback off of what both of these two have said, and I feel like geometric shapes, will be big in 2016, both from a retro aspect, like going back, everything very geometric, very simple, and from a user experience standpoint, from a programming aspect and things being clean and simple and easy to find and getting your information at a glance where, you're flying through your phone, like you said, and just needing to find the important things quickly. Squares, octagons, circles, just getting those highlighted pieces of information quick, fast as you can.
And I think that buttons it up pretty well. You talked about the 80s, geometric shapes. I think I got a D in geometry in the 80s. So it all comes full circle. Right. But I think this is great. And there's tons of different trends. Check them out, look them up. Ask us about them too, and you'll see in a lot of the work we do that's coming to life. All right, so that's it for this edition. Thanks, everybody. And Ben, we'll see you next time.